hard to try and get it a quicker time, really. So that all should be random. So it's luck of the draw, like what Brett was saying.
That's real tinfoil hat sort of stuff, Scott.
That's what trainers are like, right?
Yeah, correct.
Hey, Jess, are you trying to get on the draw committee? Trying to get on the draw committee, that's sort of...
Which way is this wind blowing?
What?
Which way is the wind blowing? Yep. No worries. Thanks, Marto. Building up to the last heat, which, as we teased in the previous, is possibly the one that carries the most anticipation, Smithy. We've got Mile a Minute, who's well acclaimed up the straight wherever he goes, and also one like Sheezel, where despite him being somewhat of an outsider, given how short Mile a Minute is, he's still a genuine winning chance in this.
Absolutely. This is a red-hot heat. Now, normally when you'd see a heat like this, you go, oh, we're a bit stiff to draw this one, but the way that the Emerald is run is on the fastest times from the 8 heats going through. So it doesn't matter if they finish 3rd or if they finish 4th. If their time is fast enough, they get through to Sunday's final. So it'll be intriguing to see how this goes. This is a proper drag race, this. Mile a Minute, Sheezel, they're both drawn well. Mile a Minute wants to get to the rail. Sheezel wants to get off the track. Hara's Buddy is a very, very fast dog. Flaming Fox has broken the magical 19 seconds over the 350 at Healesville. The sparks are going to fly in this one.
It's going to be red hot. I mean, Mile a Minute, we know what he's about. He wants to be down towards the inside. So the draw's got to be good in box 3. And we know Sheezel wants to push off the track pretty drastically. He will head straight to the outside fence. What's your take on number 1, Hara's Buddy? Because he's got some turn of foot. He doesn't get away that well, but once he balances up, he really goes through the gears.
Yeah, he's a big unit. He takes a few strides to balance up, but when he does balance up, he goes bang, and he has been unbelievable as well. Since he has come down to Victoria and joined the Jess Hopkins kennel, has not missed a placing. He's run some really good ones, including a second to Zipping Hopkins in the Warragul Cup heat, and we've seen how good Zipping Hopkins has been over the last month or so. So I certainly wouldn't be discounting him. He's got a good record from inside, arguably a better record from outside, but I think he might have his work cut out for him running them down over 300 today.
So $1.40 now for Mile a Minute. So certainly in the same languages as the trends that we've seen throughout today's card with a short price favourite. However, he hasn't been one that's castled in from a big price. He only opened up at $1.50. So when you look at that price, Smithy, is it still worth a play for the fans of Mile a Minute out there?
It's right on that tipping point, I think, in this particular race. I think you've always got to have Mile a Minute on top in straight track racing. He's just an absolute star. He's broken 19 seconds 5 times. He's run 19.01, 19.02, has the fastest 300-metre time this year. He won the Healesville Cup going back to September. He's arguably a more complete dog these days. He ticks every box, Patch. You can't knock him, but Sheezel, Hara's Buddy, Flaming Fox, they're all very, very fast dogs. So Mile a Minute definitely has to be on his game to win this one. But you'd be expecting at least a couple of these getting through to Sunday's final.
It's been a great day of racing so far here at Healesville with 7 heats of the Emerald behind us. We've seen some absolute rockets go up the straight here today, and this is arguably the best drag race of the day. Let's get up to James for the 8th and final heat of the Emerald.
35 now, the favourite. 135, number 3, and they're at the start. They'll move in soon. This is the final heat, and arguably the best heat, the most anticipated heat of this year's Emerald. 2 of the best straight tracking greyhounds in the country. Mile a Minute taking on Sheezel. Look, I don't think there should be the difference price-wise that there is. I think Sheezel from the 5, if he can step like we know that he can, he's arguably as quick as Mile a Minute. And he should get a nice clean run down the middle. But Mile a Minute will be going out fast looking for the rail. You'd be massively surprised if the winner doesn't come from that pair, and you'd probably be surprised if they don't both qualify for next week's Emerald. The greyhound off the inside, Hara's Buddy, might be able to get that nice tracking run through behind 2 very fast dogs, and Flaming Fox, well, it looks a sticky draw for him, but he's definitely quick enough to be competitive. They're moving in. This is the best heat of the Emerald. They're moving in the last heat as they load away. Light on, set to go now. and they're racing, and Sheasel flew out. He was clearly better away than Mile a Minute, who was just left flat-footed, 3 lengths behind him early, and then Flaming Fox and Hara's Buddy. Well, Sheasel is off and gone. Mile a Minute's closing, but not getting anywhere near Sheasel, and he is going to make an awesome statement. Sheasel won it by 2.5 to Mile a Minute, 6 lengths away, third Hara's Buddy, and then Flaming Fox. Look at that first section. That should be impossible from a greyhound. 6:33 and 16:28. Sheasel, he came out like he was shot out of a cannon. Straight out to lead, 6:33. Wow, that is ridiculous. Home in 9.95, and there probably never should have been the price discrepancy that there was between Sheasel and Mile a Minute. And it was one at the jump. Sheasel clearly beginning 2-3 lengths quicker than Mile a Minute. They'll both advance to the final, and if Sheasel draws out wide, he's the second quickest in, just 1/100th behind Serial Sticker. You'd have to think he'd be the runner to beat. It's going to be so important, this box draw, but you can see on the Top Cat video footage how wide he is, Sheasel, right down the middle of the track, but that is as quick as I reckon we've ever seen him begin. 6:33 to the first mark, which is a frightening first section, and he gets home in 9.93. The perfect straight track run from a greyhound who is an absolute speed machine. 6:33. It'd have to be nearly a split record, and just a phenomenal run overall from Sheasel, and he won that at the jump. 5.317, winner race by Mario Brigatti. Runners up, trained by Bradley Greeno, and third Hara's Buddy for Jess Hopkins. The numbers 5.317, the winner 2.30, so they didn't miss him on the toad. And to be honest, a bit of a surprise that he wasn't shorter than what he was against Mile a Minute. He was drawn where he wanted to be, so was Mile a Minute. And you get the feeling Sheasel just made a huge statement ahead of the Emerald final next week. 5.317 the numbers, the all clear to come. It's Sheasel home in the third last race of the day and the lucky last heat of the Emerald.
Fast, so fast from Sheasel. We didn't think we'd get a performance that would eclipse Serial Sticker early on today, Smithy, but that was some sort of effort from Sheasel. Goodness me.
It was an absolute statement of the highest order. Serial Sticker is a red-hot greyhound, and Sheasel has just added his name alongside it as well. There were some serious fast times today, but none faster than those two. Sheasel just did everything right. Mile a Minute did not everything right. Bundled the start. Hara's Buddy was a good run in for third, but it is all about Sheasel, that race. And next week or Sunday with the final, I'd imagine Sheasel wants to be drawn out off the track as well. It likes to use plenty of room, and box number 5 absolutely suited him down to the ground today.
And for greyhounds that run as wide as he does, sometimes you can question their commitment, but there is none at play from his point of view. Absolute clinic from him today. And that wraps up, Marto, what's been an epic set of 8 heats of the Emerald today. As Smithy said, we now build up to the final this coming Sunday. The box draw will be done here at the track later on this afternoon. But in the meantime, happy punting for the rest of the afternoon. Yep, that's all done. So you might see us doing stuff, but...